Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the Dynamic Engineers, and today we are with another topic, that is the types of foundation. So previously I have differentiated between the two main types of foundation, that is the deep foundation and the shallow foundation. Today we will be talking about the subtypes of these foundation, that is the types of deep foundation and the types of shallow foundation. So what does all these terms mean that I have written here, and how will you just look at this? So the first thing, that is the deep foundation. The type number one is pile foundation. So if you just look at this picture, you can see that pile foundation is a type of deep foundation where we will have to install a column type share inside the earth, and that will be deep. That can be 20 feet, 15 feet, 30 feet or 40 feet. That can be whatever it is. So that is the type number one, the pile foundation. And pile foundation also got some subtypes. We will be talking about that in any other video. So here is the number one is the pile foundation. Number second is the pier foundation. Pier foundation is actually a pile foundation, but here pier is a type of column which is normally used in brick structures. If you have seen, beneath the girders there is a column shaft, and that column shaft is a pier. Like if you look at this picture, here you can see that four different columns are working together, and a pile cap has been installed over these four piles, and over this pile cap a pier is standing. So this is what we call the pier foundation. The number third is the Kesen foundation. Kesen foundation is also a deep foundation which normally is used in sea or somewhere in rivers, where you will have to go through the process of deep excavation. But here, as we know that in rivers or in sea we cannot go for deep excavation, so we will have to go through the process where previously prepared caissons are installed inside the earth, like if you can see in this picture. So these are installed inside the river, and in these caissons we will have to place concrete and steel, whatever is needed. So caisson foundation can be somewhere, it can be pre-prepared, like we can prepare it outside the river, or we can just install the caissons inside the earth, and then we can power concrete and steel in that caisson. So these are the types of deep foundation: pile foundation, pier foundation and caisson foundation. I am sure that you would have seen the pictures and you would have understood the concept that why these are used. Now the shallow foundation. So in normal construction you will have to go through these foundations normally. Deep foundations are normally used in high-rise buildings or somewhere in industrial sectors, in bridge constructions. These shallow foundations are normally used in building construction or in houses. So the number first is isolated spread footing. So as from its name, isolated spread footing. So isolated means alone. So isolated spread footing is used is like if you just look at this picture, here you can see that a single column is standing over a footing. So this is what we call the isolated spread footing. A single column will be standing over this footing. The number second is wall footing. So if you look at this picture, here you can see that a wall has been installed over a length of foundation. So this is what we call the wall footing. The number third is combined footing. In combined footing case, different columns are installed over single footing. Like if you look at this picture, here you can see that two different columns are standing over a single footing. This is what we call the combined footing. And the number last is the raft or mat footing. This is normally used in high-rise buildings or in plaza construction. If you would have seen that all columns are standing over a single raft or a single footing. That is what we call the mat or the raft foundation. So this is normally used. The raft or mat foundation or the combined footing, these two are very much used in construction. And in daily construction, these two are very commonly used. Also wall footing and isolated spread footing are also used. So I hope you would have learned something from this, and you need to keep these things in your mind because these are very commonly asked questions, the frequently asked questions in interviews, and also you will have to go through these type of things and your drawings are in your structural drawings or in architecture drawings. So you do need to keep these things in your mind. So I hope you would have learned something from today's video, and if you have learned something, please don't forget to subscribe our channel so that you may get other videos as well. Thank you very much.